All right, welcome to the second episode of Cruis'n Reviews. On my commute here, I'm going to review Siege from 1983, put out by Severin Films, I think 2 years ago. It's a siege movie. Basically, what that means, there are people inside of a building, and there are bad guys sieging the building, and they have to fight back. It was also called self-defense, which also makes sense. What makes this interesting is you have a really capable cop / ex-military guy who's a really bad actor. You have the main character who's like a milquetoast type of dude, but definitely has a streak of like he's not a pussy, and his girlfriend who can't stop smoking, and you have two blind kids who I guess they had them at their house for some reason, and I just kind of let that part go. I think there's a extended cut with like 10 or 11 minutes of exposition before this movie starts, but that's not necessary because this movie kicks off and it has a lot of tension, great score, and it keeps you enthralled the whole time. When you get to the action parts, there's some pretty violent, brutal shit in there. There's some characters that die that you wouldn't expect to die. This movie doesn't quite have a happy ending. It starts with a bunch of bad guys. One of them is a fat, goofy guy who would totally be like, what the fuck? What's the name of the fat kid in Friday the 13th Part 3? It'd be like him. And in any other movie, he'd be comedy relief, but in this movie, he's like the sub-leader to this gang of anti-gays because they storm a gay bar and they fuck up and accidentally kill a guy when they're fucking around. So then their weird boss comes in. He's like a hitman killer who's totally off kilter from the rest of these guys. And needless to say, business starts picking up from there. So you have really good bad guys. I guess it is Pride Month, so there's a gay element to this movie. And there's some sympathetic heroes. Overall, I think the action, the score, the characters, bad guys, everything is great in this movie. It's like the Canadian Assault on Precinct 13, I guess. I give it a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I'm wondering if that score will go up in rewatches, but it's definitely shelf worthy, so that's where it'll stay.